fighting game of all.
Oh, boy.
And the playing field for this game is in the mind. Uh-oh. Look at the condition of your mind. Antiquated idea. This game is played with circles and triangles. Think of a perfect circle.
Open your mind. Open your mind. Open your mind.
A perfect circle.
Each recipe begins with
It's showtime.
我要写入口好笑，把它教的时候写入口对吗？嘿嘿，现在把它教的，我先看Cheer down。
Flat Earth is flat, flat Earth ain't round. Just look at your feet down on the ground. Flat Earth is flat, flat Earth ain't round. Just take.
When, by buying a ticket on a commercial airliner, you can fly across the North Pole and drink a cocktail at the same time. 35 years ago, our guest tonight found out whether there was any land north of the North American continent. He made that first discovery flight, and I must say that Admiral Byrd, our guest tonight, is not only our greatest living explorer, but he's been an inspiration to countless Americans. Admiral Byrd, you've been to both the North Pole and the South Pole.
Now, because they find out it's really usable, not only to live in, but militarily. But strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole on the other side of the South Pole from Middle America. And it's, I think it's quite astonishing, 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 astonishing.
Asked on his podcast, The Big Podcast with Shaq, former NBA big man said, "It's true, the Earth is flat."
Shaquille O'Neal on his podcast, The Big Podcast with Shaq, is talking about how he also believes that the Earth is flat. That's right, Shaq is a flat earther.
Shaq is a flat earther?
Yes, here is what his explanation is.
It's true. The Earth is flat. There's three ways to manipulate the mind: what you read, what you see, and what you hear.
Too many diamonds.
Yeah, that's too bright.
That's too bright. Well, anyway.
Oh, Mason, are you a Mason?
Of course I am.
Okay.
That's a secret ceremony.
Yes, I am.
Wow.
Kyrie Irving is a superstar.
Kyrie, ridiculous handle. Oh, wow, Kyrie!
Kyrie, back in 2014, you got your first ever signature sneaker. Now, 5 years later, you have your sixth. What has this journey been like for you with Nike?
Man, this one where it's just a complete blank canvas. Let's start from ground zero, and let's build this into a huge, huge art piece that we can be proud of.
Irving driving right past Moran, right to the hoop and lays it through. He left everybody watching.
This is the same dude who said he believes in flat Earth.
But then he said he was just floating that out there to see what people would say.
Be formless, shapeless, like water.
This week has us wondering, are we marketing on a flat Earth?
Wasn't there a time when the brightest minds in the world believed that the Earth was flat?
The world is flat.
clay we live on. I'm sorry to tell you, the only thing that's been to space is your imagination. There is no such thing as space.
Liquid black is added to the water. No one is entirely sure what liquid black is or where it comes from, but it consistently makes the tastiest sodas known to man.
So that's what triple protection looks like.
Triple Protection Aquafresh, a complete toothpaste.
Severe cold formula. Severe cold formula? Have a contract. No, severe cold formula has more per dose for fever, aches, even coughing. Don't talk. Take it.
When you really are sick. When you really are sick. Colds and flu can trigger bronchial asthma attacks. Be prepared with Primatene Mist. Primatene, the fastest type relief known for occasional attacks, restores free breathing in as fast as 15 seconds. Or to keep breathing freely for hours, Primatene tablets. Or to keep breathing freely for hours, Primatene tablets.
Dr. Viscus treats a patient who took a stab at golf.
This happened on the golf course, sir? If I were you, I'd find the friendlier...
Wednesday, real people meet some models who are real pigs.
Wednesday, real people meet some models who are real pigs.
Then Blair's obsessed with her boyfriend, and the girls try to deprogram her.
You have to go cold turkey.
And get ready for TV's best loved families.
I'm ready.
Family Time. Then, is Quincy guilty of arson?
This is not a courtroom. This is an inquisition.
Sponsored by GTE. Here is Linda Ellerby.
Good evening. Inmates at the Ossining Prison north of New York City tonight said over a bullhorn they've released 4 hostages in exchange for cigarettes and food. That would leave 13 guards still held hostage. The siege began 2 days ago. Earlier today, state officials offered the inmates a deal which has not yet been accepted. More in a moment.
Imagine solar-powered telephone calls.
Gee.
No, GTE.
NBC News correspondent Lisa Myers reports tonight that Senate Majority Leader Howard Baker will soon announce he won't run for re-election in 1984. He may instead seek the Republican presidential nomination.
$6.50. Wednesday, real people meet.
WFMJ, Youngstown.
Now, this afternoon we are... Or to keep breathing freely for hours, Primatene tablets.
Possible. But I got a bucket of fish.
Things at the beach, things you do at the beach, all that sort of stuff. 30 seconds on the clock. Joey, let's go.
Swimming.
Swimming. That's not what we're looking for.
Water.
Water's not what we're looking for.
Bathing suits.
Think about things you bring to the beach.
Umbrella.
Umbrella is correct. Okay, we had the beach chair, the umbrella. We also had up there an air mattress, a beach ball, a book, a boom box, a cooler. We had some other ones. Let's get back up there and play more Get the Picture.
Each recipe begins with a violet hose spray of filtered water.
Like flat earthers! Flat earthers! Flat earthers! Flat earthers! Flat earthers!
And in case there are any conspiracy theorists out there, how would you prove to us that you're in zero gravity?
So, what do you think? We don't have time for a meeting of the Flat Earth Society.
Is it really possible to suffer cold symptoms in space? You bet it is. It happened to me on Apollo 7, and it could happen on the new space shuttles, too. That's why all manned U.S. space flights carry Actifed. Even in space, Actifed relieves a stuffy nose and sinuses, runny nose and sneezing. But you don't have to travel into space to get full-strength Actifed. It's available without a prescription, right here on Earth. Actifed, the cold tablet most recommended by doctors. Now in capsules and 12-hour capsules.
Is in the way, yeah.
It's just tater. It's just an old chip, but not this. Is a new Cajun spice ruffled potato chip. Look at them ridges full of cayenne pepper, onion, garlic, paprika. Whew, this is Cajun spice. Ain't nothing flat about it.
Try new Cajun Spice Ruffles brand potato chips with a feisty, spicy bite in every crunch. It's the new taste that won't leave you flat.
Oh, boy, they want them without guarantee.
As soon as number 1 gets here.
Number 1? What kind of stupid wiener name is that? Oh!
I think you should have to take a different oath.
Everyone takes the same oath. You have lit the rocks of ignorance that obscure the light of knowledge and truth.
What's this?
Stealing your wallet while we're working on you.
Oh, and don't bother calling 911 anymore. Here's the real number.
Ooh.
Jorden är platt som en pannkaka, jiddly haddly ho. Jorden är platt som en pannkaka, det kan ju vem som helst förstå. Det ser man ju, då är det så. Och jorden är platt som en ocean, jiddly haddly ho. Och jorden är platt som en ocean, det är nog fel att säga det, men det är ju faktiskt så det är.
A one world government.
We were driving on the road and we saw something in the sky.
10. Gonna find out eventually. It's all. No one ever gets into flat Earth and then turns back. You don't.
November 15, 2018, but now he hopes to drop it in early February. Right after that, LP explains this documentary is his best work, and he's hoping it'll make a Shane Dawson level splash on YouTube.
We'll keep growing stronger. Now I know I'm all alone. 'Cause the world keeps getting smaller. So I grow a heart of stone. Can't be broken any longer.
And we never see a curve.
It's there, and mathematics proves it.
But mathematics doesn't make it feel like I'm spinning.
Well, you are. And the luminaries are suns, and the wandering stars are globes just like Earth.
So Mars is a
globe, yes.
Jupiter, Venus.
Globes.
The moon.
A globe.
And what about a sun?
Fully flat. It's a fiery ball of gas 150 million kilometers away.
Here we come. We're going to fight against the enemy. We're not going to take it anymore, are we? Are you catching on?
Now listen, men. The back is out of a guy. You better leave a side of touching up the sub, see? And remember, above all, to add an over to a jibbo, reckon I'm Fosco Pet.
Do you realize who the characters are in the movie yet? In the cartoon? What you're being shown? I hope you do.
Danny Shepard out on a Pelicanusha. You got that? Okay.
What? We are facing problems that transcend nations. A list of dangers that face humanity. And the very point of the whole thing is that they face humanity and not any one section of it. And these problems are life and death problems. They go to the root of the viability of the planet itself. And in order to solve these problems, we cannot expect that this will be done by individual nations. It is important that the world get together and be sufficiently a unit to face the problems which attack us as a unit. We have no difficulty applying this principle to the United States itself. When it comes to any facet of national life, that rises above the parochial needs of cities and states. The federal government tells all the states what to do, and the federal government can do it because it consists of representatives from all the states. What we need is some sort of federal world government. Now the question is how we can possibly arrange this. Well, there are two ways in which this can be done: the carrot and the stick. Now the stick is the fear of danger, the fear of destruction. The stick is driving us to cooperation. But I always say, why try the stick alone? Why not the carrot as well? We need some other project so huge that it can only be done by all the nations of the world, something that would create something that all the nations could benefit from. And to me, the only candidate for it is the effort at space exploration. If we can build power stations in space, if we can use energy directly from the sun, convert it into microwaves and beaming down to the Earth, we would finally have energy free of geography. We wouldn't have coal that existed in some nations and not in others, oil in which some nations were rich and others were poor. Space would be equally reachable by all parts of the Earth. The energy that came down would go as easily to one part of the Earth as to another. I don't know if this will actually come about. I'm not any more idealistic than anyone else. I don't go around saying that human beings are going to love each other so much that they're going to set up a utopia. No. What I say is that if human beings have any sanity, enough sanity to fear the consequences of not doing it, and enough sanity to hope for the consequences of doing it, they will do it. But I can't guarantee that the human species will be sane. And if they are not, then we will probably destroy ourselves. We will certainly destroy civilization. We may destroy ourselves as a species.
I know I should have been good. Never thought that I would be double crossing, baby. Cross my heart. A little rockin' and a little. Stop me thinking about the little girl in mine. How could I be so cruel, my pet? Silly, can you get